My name is Alban Zohn. I am a graduate of cohort number 2 for MAiSI back in 2020. I'm from the United States. I did my bachelor's in psychology and philosophy at Occidental College, and I graduated with no real interest of doing any more education, but I had this very profound passion for sport. I'd played soccer competitively. I played in college. I was always engaged and interested in the game, both as a participant and as a fan. And then lo and behold, this MAiSI program just popped up on my radar and seemed to just combine my own interests of going abroad for a master's, being able to travel, which I'd never heard of an Erasmus Mundus program, but it sounded fantastic. And then the combined passion of sport and philosophy specifically, I thought could be really interesting. And now I'm doing a PhD in criminal justice at the University of New Haven in Connecticut, and my interest is in applying criminological theory to sport issues, so specifically how organized crime is exploiting sport through match fixing or sport competition manipulation in order to profit and make illicit gain. I can't believe that I'm doing that, considering where I was when I graduated my undergrad with no interest of doing more education, but I love it. I look forward to classes so much, and all of that was really stimulated by MAiSI, because MAiSI showed me that there was a place where I could find a niche of interest and explore it at a depth that I just never really considered. I think anyone can talk about sport issues and the most recent sports scandal in a bar over a beer, which is something that binds us all together in a lot of ways. But then being able to explore it at a depth that goes so much beyond that with people from all over the world. You'll be in a classroom with exposure to so many different cultures, and then you have professors who come from 6 different universities who also invite other professors, and you find out that the sport world is quite small when it comes to academia, and MAiSI just thrusts you into the middle of that. And it was such a fantastic experience in terms of my education, just to learn about sport issues and to learn about sport governance and sport journalism and sport media and sport ethics, obviously. And you dive into these really interesting questions and you have great discussions. And it prepared me so well for my PhD because I came with a really specific focus into what I wanted to do for my PhD program. I honestly, given the way that MAiSI preps you academically, I felt 10 steps ahead of most of the students that end up doing a PhD, to be honest. But in addition, it also exposes you to the industry. And I was able to use the connections I forged at MAiSI to now work at a company called CSCF Sport Integrity Foundation, which is a company that essentially helps sport federations and sport organizations with sport integrity issues. So I'm able to work in the industry and also go into academia, and only because of MAiSI, because of the connections that I derived from there, the interests that were sparked by the classroom discussions, and the kind of exposure to the different issues and different cultures. If you're at all interested in sport at any level, I would say in any sort of discipline related to sport, I think this is an amazing program for you. I could not recommend it higher. I think too few people from the United States end up doing it, so I go around telling anybody who can listen and who's interested in doing a master's that this is a master's program unlike any other. Regardless if you want to go and to do more education or if you want to work in the industry of sport, this is the best preparation you can have for that. And in the midst of all of that, you're going to have an unbelievable time. And I have such a close connection with so many of the graduates from that master's program. And those 2 years were so influential for me. And you forge very powerful bonds, both with your professors and your peers. And you get exposed to parts of the world that, to be honest, I probably would never have gone to in the first place. So yeah, I only have the best things to say, and I'm very excited to still be connected with MAiSI and to give back in any ways that I can. But yeah, it was great to look back on, sort of see how the reason what I'm doing now is because so much of what happened at MAiSI, and I definitely recommend this program because it is unlike any other, to be honest.